Here today doing a little bit of prep. We're going camping next week, so we'll be gone from my garden for a whole week, which is kind of terrifying to me. I'm a helicopter plant parent, so leaving them for a whole week is kind of anxiety inducing. I'm trying my hardest to kind of get everything prepped so that hopefully I come back to a healthy, beautiful garden instead of a dead one. So today we're kind of working in here to sort of makeshift cage up these tomatoes, and we're going to do the peppers as well. So I'm just using, I am a crafter, so I have ample amounts of just random spare yarn. So I'm taking some of the acrylic yarn that I've got laying around, and I'm kind of tying up in a little triangle between each of these bamboo stakes to kind of give it a little bit of support. So I've been working on these Romas. Probably don't need support quite yet. Obviously they're still really tiny, but these San Marzanos are getting big, so I figured they probably need some support really soon, and I'd rather do it now than have them all flopped over when I come back. So that's what we're doing. Show you what I'm kind of doing here with the peppers. I have these bamboo stakes I put on either end of the 3 here at the end, and then I think there's 4 on the other side. And I've actually taken the string and kind of gone, let's see, can you see me? There we go. Around this pole, and then in the front, toward the back, around the front, around this pole, and then around the back, and tied around this pole and pull it tight. This is known as the Florida weave. I saw Brooke do this on the Seed to Plate channel for her tomatoes, and I thought instead of trying to do all these cages in this area, I'm just gonna do this Florida weave and see how it goes. So hopefully that is gonna work out for our peppers. These are still kind of small, these serranos, so I had to go a little low and hopefully didn't strangle them. But that's what we're doing for the peppers. Caged up our tomatoes, and hopefully everybody's gonna be good and strong. Also, PS, that back row there for the peppers was incredibly hard to do. I'm not flexible, I don't have any balance, and I basically had to sit almost in the bed to wrap that around and not fall headfirst into it. So note to self, I probably needed smaller beds, but what are you gonna do now? Also noticed while I was back here, I was so concerned about the bees and what they were doing to my wall that I didn't really pay attention to the plants when I came out and checked them yesterday. And then I noticed this. Someone has decapitated my pepper plant. I don't know how. There were no casualties other than these little ones that were the ones I snipped off from the bottom, but that top is definitely missing compared to what it used to look like those guys. So I don't know how, in a fully fortified locked door with a sliding bolt gate, how somebody took out my pepper plant. So more things to worry about in here, I guess. But in super exciting news, we've got broccoli. There are some okay, well, he doesn't really have broccoli, but things are growing. I'm really excited because sort of worried about this broccoli being big enough to harvest anything before it's too hot. So excited that we've got some stuff that may be good. Also wanted to show you these potato plants. I added more soil to this, which obviously not quite enough because I've still got things popping up, but definitely did add more. Gonna add even more to that soon because I don't want the tops to get too tall before I cover the whole thing. But this one, also growing some stuff in there. Those popped up, and then that one's coming. Still nothing on that, but I only planted that a couple days ago. So exciting things on the potato front. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I'm literally standing out here in the rain in the morning before work. But I wanted to show you, I got mulch yesterday so that I can mulch before it rained. So I mulched my tomatoes in the dark last night because it was dark by the time we got home, and I really wanted to start because I knew it was going to rain today. And I just was literally by the flashlight of my phone chucking things in here and then trying not to bury my little tiny marigold seedlings. So I did a really bad job, and then I decided it was too dark and I didn't want to do it. I mulched that little guy. So yeah, we gotta come back out here, finish this up, because I want to have it mulched before we go on vacation. And I want to do it when it's not raining and not dark outside. So hopefully tomorrow. Hey, just wanted to give you guys a little update before I go on vacation, kind of show you the state of the garden currently. We mulched today, and we did the tomato cage yarn. I have not finished the Florida weave for the peppers yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I just want to show you sort of what's going on, what everything looks like before a week of not seeing the garden at all, and hoping everything's still alive when I come back. So here's what we got. Alright, so here are our tomatoes with the mulch in it. Finished this up. I did leave a little bits of space in between because I've got my marigolds coming up, but tried to get as much as possible in there. Keep that all moisture locked in and warm, especially because it's 55 degrees out here now after the rain. I'm in a sweatshirt in the garden. My one lone radish over here. Got the peas. I really didn't know whether I should mulch this part. The carrots are just sprouting up, and I didn't want to like suffocate them and bury them. So I barely mulched there. Kind of didn't mulch in the middle of the radishes for the same reason. That spinach is looking really good though. Look at that guy. And then we've got our peppers all looking good with the one single Florida weave. And I'm a little bit of a mess when it comes to throwing the mulch in the rain, so everybody has mulch all over them. But we've got the broccoli all mulched. We've got our thyme and our sage. And we actually, yesterday, at the garden store, bought a new plant. Even though I hate basil, this guy smelled really good, so I went ahead and got some Thai basil. We finished up our potato buckets. This is as high as it was going to go with this one, so I mulched over him a little bit, and then topped this guy over the leaves, topped this guy over the leaves, threw a bunch in that guy because he was starting to sprout, and then it rained really hard and I made a terrible mess of everything, so hopefully that's okay. It's the garden, it's dirt, it's fine. I just like things clean, but gotta get over that. Okay, so that's the update, and we'll see what everything looks like a week from now. Hopefully lots of good stuff going on.